need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers. I say that's the bad guy.
All right, guys, back to the highly exclusive Society podcast. We got the baby goat himself, you know what I'm saying? Present yourself, brother.
What's up with it, guys? You know, it's your boy Yo Soy Torres, aka Luis Torres. You know, out here with my guy Jake Banks, and just trying to give you guys a lot of highly exclusive content for you guys.
Yes, sir. So welcome to the podcast, my boy.
Appreciate you, my boy.
So let's start off a little bit with, tell us a little bit about your background, your upcoming.
A little background about me is, I'm only 21 years. I'm Hispanic, right? I grew up with a family of 6. A little background about me. So, um, growing up, my people weren't, the wealthiest. But one thing that I've, always had in mind is, coming from a Hispanic background, heritage is every day I'm like, if my dad came here and he came up and he created his own business and he spoke no English,
Straight hustle.
if he can do it, why can't I do it? That was my motto every day.
What kind of business did he do?
So right now he has his own company where he installs cubicles, offices,
Nice.
anything you see inside like the big buildings. That's all. That's what he does. Yeah.
Nice. Going to that subject, I feel like we're missing a lot of how do you say, like, I wouldn't say like influencers, but we're missing that one person in the Mexican community
Yeah.
that's really like, like Drake,
Something like that. Yeah.
somebody who's very influential,
Yeah.
but in the entrepreneurship world. Because of course we have the, David Goggins, you have Grant Cardone,
Yeah.
the Andy Elliott's, you have all these guys,
But we're
but I
missing.
feel like we don't have a actual Mexican right now that's
see,
really showing the world how
that's
things
where
are.
that's where like us as Hispanics we lack on, because we come here to the United States and we dominate the construction business. We
Oh, yeah.
dominate the landscaping business. We dominate the roofing business. We dominate the food industry, but we don't dominate what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Till this day, I mean, I'm not there probably is out there and they're upcoming, but I haven't really met, like how you said it, Andy Elliott, a Grant Cardone, somewhere where like it's a Hispanic guy out here influencing these other young, generation. But there's a lot of talent coming up. There's a lot of talent coming up.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the rise to being something more than like just the above average, because I feel like there's the obviously like the low class, middle class, above average, right? Or average and above average and stuff. And I feel like now we're starting to tap into that like high level where people are starting to recognize who these people are, because truth be told, right? In the industry we're in, now you're starting to see a lot of Hispanics
A
killing
lot
it
of Hispanics are
and making
killing
a
it.
shit ton of money, just overall just having a lot of success,
But see, that's the thing is like a lot of the people out here want to have success. A lot of people want to succeed, but I follow that motto where if you hang around, 10 guys that are smoking and just doing this, you're gonna be the 11th. But if you
Yeah.
hang around 10, millionaires and you hang out with people that have the same mindset as you, you'll be the 11th guy.
Oh yeah.
It might not happen in a week, a month, a year, 2 years, but if you do the same thing over and over and you stay constant for 365 days a year and you ask yourself like, hey, am I getting better every day? You're gonna get better.
Yeah.
Like there's no way in any industry that you do, like you're always gonna get better if you're, actually disciplined. Everybody can talk and say, I do this, I'm disciplined, do it for a week, a month, and then the following months you just go back to who they were back then.
Yeah.
If you want to be that 1%, you just have to be a dog in any industry that you do. You just have to actually want it,
Yeah.
I wake up every day and I'm just like, okay, I have what I have now, but how can I go out there and make more? Well, I like to surround myself with people who have the same mindset, the same, mentality, people who want to succeed and not just stay complacent. I don't like to surround myself with people that are just complacent,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in all types of industry, from, legal money and illegal money. But, at the end of the day, I'm cool with everybody. My vibe, my energy is always top class. But I just like surrounding myself with people who try and think the same way that I want to think, in the same way that I want to live. Pretty sure you think the exact same way.
Yeah. For me, trust me, I live by that you are who you hang with. You know, my mom used to tell me
Big.
when I was a kid, she's
No,
like, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
no.
And I never understood that shit, man. I always was like, man, it doesn't matter who I hang with, right?
That's a
But
good one.
no, it does affect you big time because if you hang around four millionaires, you're bound to be the fifth.
You have to be like
And
if
it's just, it seems like it's just law. It's like by law, you know, you're gonna just become that. But also going into that, a lot of people believe in the law of attraction, but don't consider the biggest message in that, which is action. They don't fucking take action. They just think that sitting around like this on the couch and thinking about, oh, I'm gonna make a couple mil
Mill.
one day, I'm gonna make a couple mil. I envision this building right here. I envision this, boom, boom, boom. And they think that it's gonna happen just because of the law of attraction or because of certain like thoughts.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand is that at the end of the day, you have to take action. You have to do some shit about it. Because if you don't do shit about it, you're gonna stay in the same fucking place, you know? And I think the biggest killer for people in our industry or in the entrepreneurship world is they get comfortable.
Way too comfortable.
Yeah, because they start making the really good money. And now they're like, well, I don't really have to put in too much work. Or they start seeing things different. And then they have a slip up. And that slip up causes a big downfall,
Boom.
you know? Yeah, so I think it's always staying uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Because for me last year, man, I hit a point where shit got tough.
Yeah.
Shit got tough. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have started to become
The person you
the
are
best
now.
version of myself.
Well, see, that's the thing though. For me, I feel like a big factor in anything in life, the number one thing that you need to have is mindset.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
second voice up here can find who you really are, or it can break you down.
Yeah.
If that voice up there, you know, is bringing you down and just killing you, you're not gonna succeed. You have to know how to be mentally at the right stage. You know, everybody goes through things in life. Everybody has, you know, a background story. Everybody has, you know, all these things they can say. But if you're not right mentally, man,
Yeah.
you're not gonna make it. Because I
Yeah.
used to suffer a lot. You know, I used to play soccer back then. What I was explaining right now, I was pretty big in soccer. I mean, I was good at it. Had offers. I was playing in Mexico before. Like I just gave up. I was playing over there from las Fuerzas Básicas de la América. I was over there for a good like year and a half. And then one thing that killed me was the discipline. I wasn't disciplined. I would love to party, be, you know, try and fit in.
Yeah.
Cause you're young. You know, I was 17 and I'm just like, in my mind, I never thought I was gonna become the person that I'm becoming now, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But at that time, I was like, look, I'm already here in Mexico. I'm already staying in the Casa Club, you know, in the installations. You know, I'm waking up every day just training, you know, eat, breathe, just playing soccer. And I was like, I'm here. I'm already gonna make it.
Yeah.
No, I got complacent, and boom. And one of those, you know, we went to a party. It was on a Sunday night, and we had like curfews. We couldn't be out past 9. And if you did, like it was for a reason. But if you didn't come back, you know, there's always a way. You know, I snuck out, and then on one of those, I had got kicked out, and then I had to come back here. And then, you know, this is, you know, doing sales was my actually first job. I used to work for my dad. So when I got back, you know, every Hispanic mom, you know, dad, go to college, go to college, go to college. I'm not saying college is bad, but that's not the mindset or where I see myself, you know, living my future. I don't see, you know, somebody telling me like, hey, this is what you're gonna make an hour. This is what you're gonna get paid per year.
Having a cap.
Yeah, I don't see myself having a cap.
Yeah.
And I always tell myself that every day. And when I would tell people what I wanted to become, like, I'm going to get rich. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was going to get rich. People would be like, nah, bro. There was this one time. So when I used to work with my dad, we were on our way. We did a lot of the buildings here in downtown Dallas. And we were on our way to a building, and there was like a car show going on. There were some exotic cars, a McLaren, there were Lambos, Corvettes, Camaros. But at that time, I'm like, those were big cars to me, you know, seeing a Camaro, Corvette. And I was like, God damn. And I told one of the guys out, we were in a bobtail. And I told one of the guys I was driving, I was like, I'm gonna have one of these you know, one day. Like, nah, man, you're crazy. You know, maybe in the second world you'll probably have one. And that sticks to me every day. Every day. And if he ever watches this video, man, like that right there sticks to me every day. And I wake up every day and I'm driving my Corvette and it just hits like, damn.
Motherfucker, yeah.
2 years ago, this is what I was told, and it's
Yeah.
crazy how life can change quick if you really put your mind to it, and if you actually go out there and put the work.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The law of attraction is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And also I had that moment too where I use it as fuel, bro. Like literally use it as fuel. What kind of changed a lot of my mindset was New Year's. So for New Year's, instead of being with family, instead of being with friends,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I need to put myself in a whole different mindset this year. Like my goal is to not have conversations with people that are pointless.
Yeah.
Like I want you to gain some kind of value from
Yeah.
every single conversation that I get. But that day, I stayed here at the house and I went on a run. I went on a run all around the whole place right here. I did like 6 miles, and I just kept replaying the same shit, like you said. I kept replaying the shit that stuck out to me the most, that hit home, you know. And it was kind of like it was some shit that was said to me that I literally use it as fuel and I replay it every single day, especially when I'm at the fucking gym too. I'm like,
No, that
I
hits.
replay that shit. Um, and it just kind of reminds me of my purpose of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I feel like becoming the best version of myself and letting go of certain bad habits, like, you know, even drinking, bro, like it wasn't a big problem for me, but
It was
those
distracting you.
hangovers, yeah, those hangovers the next day, not performing as good as you should be. And don't get it wrong, there's some people that will drink and the next day they don't do shit.
Yeah.
Me, I could drink and the next day I'll still do like 7 cells, still do what I had to do. But I knew that I could have performed better and that I could perform better sober. So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? It's time I go to like fully the next level to where it's the best version of myself. And I feel like as a person, you cannot lead people and you are not in that leadership status.
Yeah.
Like you are not anywhere near that, you know?
That's a good thing, you know, like people, you know, nowadays are on social media being want to being these, you know, influencers, but they're not living how they're telling their guys they want to live, right? Like how is somebody gonna look up to somebody that's not living how these guys want to live,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of people on there on Instagram that you know when somebody's actually like that,
Yeah.
when somebody's not. You know, you can read a person. Well, I can just give me 15 minutes in a room with somebody, and I'll read them like that.
Yep.
I know who he is, if he's a hustler, what type of person he is, you know, attributes. And as I hang out with them day on, day out, I get to read them more.
Yep. You get to really understand who they are. Um, yeah, for me, I think it was that I had to become the best version of myself, and I had to understand that how the fuck do I expect to not let other people down if I let my own self down, you know? So I took it very serious when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this,
Yeah.
and I have to do it because if I let myself down, I'm gonna let everybody else that depends on me down too, you
So
know?
that's the same mentality that I had when I came back, and I went to Tarrant County, when I got my associates there, my 2 years. But like those 2 years, man, I'm not gonna lie, I lost myself. I was like, this is not what I would tell myself every day. This is not what I want to do. Can't live like this. I got a major in business administration, but I was just like, what am I gonna use this major for? What can I actually use this major for?
So now to ask you that, since you got that major, did it help you in any sort of way? Is there anything that, like some good gems you got out of it, or do you
I
really,
mean,
what do you think about it?
honestly, I mean, I feel like college is a scam. In my personal opinion, it's a scam. But like I said, I mean, it's a scam in some ways, and it's a scam not in every way. Because you know, we need doctors, we
Yeah,
need engineers,
absolutely.
we need these type of like the top class people. They'll make money.
Yeah.
But then there's like that middle type class that they'll just make less than 80 grand a year. But nowadays with Texas inflation, you're not living with 70 or 60 or 80 grand. With what I've made now, bro, I'm just like, God damn. I
Yeah.
go to the gas station, I'm like, a bag of chips and a Coke used to be like $2. Now it's like $6, $7. I'm like, wait, what are you charging me? Like, is this correct? Swear to
Yeah.
God, I think they're scamming me. I'm just like, it's crazy. But I mean, when I was in college, I mean, I honestly can't say I learned something or I didn't learn anything. I was just there just to be there. Cause
Yeah.
that was the mindset in the background that I had for my
Yeah.
mom and dad. They were like, hey, this happened in soccer, but you have to, do something. And so I was at that point, I'm telling you, those two, like I'd say a year and a half. I wouldn't say the full 2 years, but a good year, max a good year, I was lost. I was like, fuck, whatever am I gonna do? I wanted to become a barber. I set up a little shop in my mom's backyard. She had like a little casita and we cleaned it up.
Did you
And
start
then
cutting?
I started cutting off YouTube. I was like, I had to, because at that moment, like I'm pretty sure you remember, barbering was trending, bro.
Yeah.
Barbering was trending. A
What
lot of
year
people
was
were
that?
doing it.
Like 2019?
29, no, 2020.
Oh, okay.
2020. End of 2019, I'd say 2020 is when I was like, I'm gonna become a barber. And I was still working with my dad. So when I would come back, I was faded. And I would post, I had another Instagram. I have to find it though. And I was like, man, I have to hit. I'm gonna hit. You know, I was fighting on my brother, just doing it all over again. I'm not gonna say I didn't hit. I was doing good. I wasn't famous or anything. I did it for like 3 months. And then I stopped. And then I just finished, college. And then that's when the opportunity came in 2023. That's an opportunity came. My guy Caesar, he had hit me up and he was like, hey man, you know how to talk to people, you're good at, you have good energy, you know how to talk, you know how to communicate. And I feel like this would be a good job for you. Um, and matter of fact, he was already doing solar 2020s when he started. And that dude right now is a baller. Respect to that guy, Caesar. Caesar Salas, you know who you are. If you see this, my guy. But he brought me in, sales in this industry. And the thing is, I've never done sales. I've never had experience in sales. This was my first, sales job. So I go in the office. He brought me in, so I didn't have to go through an interview. They're like, all right, he's bringing you in for a reason. So gave my stuff, credentials, uniform. That week, I went to go shadow how he would close, but at that time I didn't know what was going on. Like, he just had a tablet and he was closing. They were signing docs. Now I know what that means. Signing
Yeah.
docs is a big factor. That's a lot of money being made. But at that moment, like, he would take me to his closes, and I was a rookie. I didn't know what was going on. I was just there, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then boom, the next week I just got thrown into some big ass area. Like, it was in Frisco, and I remember my first sale was there in Frisco. Was a lady called the Jennings family. When I go knock, I'm like, yeah, so I'm down here the street with your neighbor, Mrs. Jennings. You know who that is? And they was like, yeah. That name always stuck to me because that was my first sale, Mrs. Jennings. And I was there and I was like, damn, like I was just knocking and I used to have a fro. Like I used to have long, I was a skinny kid, fro, and I was just knocking. I'm like, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do. He showed me the receipts, it's 1099, and he showed me what the income was. Like, okay, like
Game
I'm
time.
I'm out of the barber stuff. I'm out of anything else that I want to do. I'm gonna focus on this. So they threw me out in the street. I wasn't the best. I'm not gonna lie. I fucked up a lot. Fucked up a lot. But I feel like all the L's that you take in life, you gain all that juice from it, and that turns you into a fucking monster. Like I was knocking, door shut, door shut, door shut. Not interested. Didn't know how to overcome it. Went through so many obstacles, so many L's in the solar industry. I didn't really get my first sale till the second month. But I already had money in my pockets because I knew this was in a 9 to 5. I knew I wasn't getting paid per hour. I knew I had to come in here and get sales
Hustle.
and hustle.
Yeah.
And I've always knew I was a hustler. I always told myself that one day I was gonna become the person that I'm becoming now. And so second month when I got my first sale, it was actually around my mom's neighborhood. Like that was my actual being a setter. It was in that neighborhood. And so I was knocking and I got the appointment. I go inside, we close it. Really cool lady. That was my first setter close. And I believe that month I only got like 2 deals. I'm not gonna lie, 2 deals max, bro. And I made like 4 or 5K my second month in solar. Third month kicked in. I'd say got like maybe 4, max 5 sales my third month. But then he started training me to become a closer. I started knowing all about the inverters, all technical, the install, the PTO, everything about solar. He started teaching me, and he started teaching me how to close, how to run. We used to use Solo. Did you use Solo?
Yeah.
Solo, Solo was good. I loved it. I used to use Solo, and he was just teaching me how to do a proposal, how to sell myself, and just to go from there. And then mid-April is when I started closing, and that's when I got my first close, Mrs. Jennings. That name is gonna stick with me every day. And then after that, from May until now, I've just killed it.
Yeah, I know. We see you, man.
I've killed it. It's been crazy, but see, that's the thing is, I have no disrespect with people that go to college, but a lot of the people that I like to bring into sales, I bring them for a reason, and I tell them this all the time, like, hey, in this industry, would you rather sacrifice 6 months to a year all in this and actually overcome the person you were and make a shitload of money, or would you rather go to college for 4 years, 8 years, 12 years and be in debt? Like,
And
you
still
choose.
have to start
And
because you
still have
technically
to
haven't
start.
started
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, you haven't started
Yep.
and be in debt. Or would you take the risk 6 months to a year, sacrifice a lot of shit, and then boom, you start overcoming yourself and then you just start hitting.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell a lot of the people, because a lot of the people don't last. You know, they want to see fast money. I
Yep.
mean, solar is fast money, but you have to put the work in. Like, if
Yeah.
you're not putting the work, you're not going to see the results. And you're just going to end up leaving and being like these other guys, you know, the 99% that just come in. They see, you know, the videos, the money, the boy, these guys are actually living, but they don't see what these guys, the amount of work they're putting in. Till this day, I'm in the field till, you know, 11 p.m. I've been in the field till 1 a.m. You know, I drive out, I don't get to my spot till like 1 a.m. Wake
Shit.
up the next day and do it all over again.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna take. You know, my goal and my mindset this year is I have to hit 7 figures, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. It's gonna happen, man. Um, I see it the same way. I feel like consistency is key, and then a lot of people I've seen their downfall is that it's pretty simple. It's like I like to tell people, can you drive a car with one wheel? Fuck no, right?
No.
You can't drive a car with one wheel. Um, and a lot of people in the sales industry, they rely on one deal because obviously it's not a $400
Yeah,
check, it's not a
no.
$500 check. It's like 14,000, 10,000, whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
It's a high ticket. And then they're like, okay, well, I got this sale. I'm good for the rest of the month or whatever. And then they start slacking off and they don't realize that this is sales. It could go to shit. And if
Sales.
that deal goes to shit, all that time you wasted
Boom.
went to shit again. Yeah, so you're back to square one. So for me, I see it the same way as you do. Is like I don't want to have those people around me anymore, because those kind of people just slow you down. Not just you as a person, but also like in the sales industry, like they slow you the fuck down because they get complacent. They get very comfortable. They start thinking like, oh, okay, well I'm good. I got one deal, two deals, three deals, and then two of those deals go to shit, and you only have one
Boom.
and you spent half of your check from
Check.
the past
Because you
month.
thought you were gonna make 30K off those 3 deals, but
Yep,
then you made 9K.
yep,
And you spend like a good 5 bands, you're just
yeah,
like, fuck.
yep.
Sales is the craziest job you could have.
The
But
roller coaster.
it's a roller coaster. It's a lot of downs, more downs I'd say than ups. But once you start getting those ups, you have to keep on going. You can't just, you know, step your foot off the gas. No, you just have to keep on going and keep on going.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I learned is that when you are doing good in sales, you have to invest into assets. You have to invest into more than just having paper.
Yeah.
Because when you got the paper, it's there. If you got money, it's just sitting in the bank, right?
Yeah.
Versus you investing into something that's going to double your money or work for you. That means that you make the money work for you instead of you working for the money. Have passive income, have multiple streams of income because, like I said, you can't drive a car with one wheel. So if you have just one stream of income, that's nice, that's good, and you're probably making good money. But now imagine if you had like passive income coming from, let's say you opened up a barber shop or you opened up, I don't know, like a store, clothing, something else that's just constantly
Giving you
generating
income.
money. Yeah, without you having to like stress and be like, oh well, I'm doing sales, but what if this sale doesn't go through? Then I'm like on a
Boom.
downfall. Yeah, because now you're like, oh
Fuck.
shit, well, I am doing great in sales, but I
Yeah.
also have 5 other streams of income that are coming
just
in like
coming in.
weekly without me doing
Yeah.
shit. And that's when you reach like the next level of success, where it's like I could literally do what I have to do, not have to worry about did I make enough sales or am I going to be able to sustain the way that I live?
Yeah.
Do I have to always be panicking about
Yeah.
like money coming
Money,
in
money, yeah.
versus you already
Boom.
having like multiple streams of income that bring you money regardless? Because think about it. For example, barbershops, to me, that's a great
No, that's a great.
investment.
You have what, 10 booths in there, and you charge every guy like what?
200 a week.
That's like maybe 800 for rent. That's like what? At
Think-
least close to 10 racks.
Yeah, a month.
And let's say rent. What would you say rent is?
Maybe like
Rent,
2,500,
utilities.
2,500.
You waste like a good, let's say 4K. Rent, utilities, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Let's
You
just say
still
4K.
profited
You're
4
still
grand.
5K
Yeah.
not doing nothing.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Made for you without you having to touch anything.
That's crazy.
So having multiple streams of income to me is a big thing now. Even cars, bro. Like a lot of people buy exotics or buy all these cars, and truth be told, like half of the time they're just sitting there.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there because you don't take them out. It's not a daily all the
Yeah.
time, you know. 9 times out of 10, when you have exotics, you take them out either like for nice dinners or
Yeah.
maybe like meetings or stuff like that. But it's not one that you're just like, I'm taking it out every
day.
single day. It's my beater. I mean, unless you're, you know, like a huge, just big time baller where your Rolls Royce is your daily, like you don't even care. Because trust me, I've had people that I've came across like that I got in their Rolls Royce and there's like, you know how you throw
Yeah.
like a drink there,
And
or
then
there's
it's just
something there, yeah.
rappers here,
And
paper
you're like,
here.
damn,
Damn,
bro, is
what
this
the?
your Rolls Royce? Like, oh, don't worry about it, man. Tomorrow the guy's gonna come and clean it. We'll be good. And I'm like, damn, bro, like that's crazy.
Crazy.
But the thing about that too is like even a friend of mine that we just partnered up in Miami is like, I don't want to have my cars just sitting there. I want to have it making me
Yeah.
money. Because at the end of the day, it's depreciating value. You know,
Yeah.
like it's always going down
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
soon as you drive
It's
off
a
of it.
liability.
Yeah, but if you could have that vehicle and have it make more money
Run for
for
you.
you and pay itself, then that's a win. You know, so that's something that I got into recently, where it's like getting the cars that I have and sending them out to Miami, so that right now that it's literally popping in Miami
Yeah.
because everybody wants to escape the fucking cold. They go out there and they rent
Rent.
day by day exotics. And of
I've
course,
heard that.
when they touch
That's a good
down over there,
business.
bro, what do they want to do? They want to
Well, they
get in
just
the
run.
Lamborghinis, the Rolls Royces, and hey, man, by all means, get into
No,
those cars. You
that's
know?
how it was. I mean, that's true. I mean, when we went to Vegas, we were like, damn, we got to rent out exotic cars, and we was
Yeah.
like,
And
that's where
there's
the
always going to
money's
be
made.
business.
That's business
Always.
right there.
Because there's always going
Especially
to
in
be
Miami.
ballers.
In Miami, when people out there that want to, flex and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the big ballers, they rent
And
it
the
out. Boom.
rappers, there's a lot of artists out there, so
No,
they always want to get in for
Miami is
music
a big.
videos.
It's a big game. I haven't gone to Miami to go turn up.
Woo.
I
We
heard it
gotta
gets lit
go.
over there though. I heard it gets lit in Miami.
Hey man, I was my first year in sales. I was out there every other week, bro. I was there for like 2 weeks every other week. Yeah, I couldn't get out of Miami for a while. I loved it. But I think that draws us to another conversation too. That's a big mistake that a lot of people make too, because I've known people that dominated the solar industry,
Yeah,
the sales industry.
true.
They came in their first year ever, they made 1.5,
Yeah,
2.5 mil. But now they're, you know,
struggling.
yeah, cars are being repoed and they don't know where the hell to live and they're still going to find the next big thing. Now they're scared of solar, they're scared of this industry and they're trying to find like something else to help them. But bro, that's where I feel like people lose it, is because they make so much money so quick
But
and that
it's crazy though, because when you make that money and you have it sitting somewhere, you're just like, damn, like. But I don't know what it is in me. I just have that little spark where I'm like, I don't give a fuck what I have right now. I have to go and get more, more,
yeah,
more, more, more.
I think that's one thing that I noticed about you too is when I first started recognizing like you were doing your thing, it reminded me a lot of myself my first year.
Yeah.
Cause my first year I was like, I gotta get more, like I gotta rip it, you know, and the same shit, like I think I seen one of your stories the other day where you're like, I live this shit, I breathe
Breathe
this
this.
shit, I
Yeah.
shit this
I
shit. Like
have to.
this is who I am.
This
And
is what's building me who I am right now. And this is, sales or anything that you do. If you do solar right now, solar is like that the start of a milestone for you to get up here.
yeah,
So that's the reason why, like every day, I tell my guys, because I create a small little team called TMT, the money team, and I tell those guys every day, like you have to go all in this. Like if there is no tomorrow,
yeah,
or I'm gonna go do something. Like no, if you have that in your mind, like I'm gonna have I want. Like if you have that in your mind where you have a plan A, but then you also have a plan B, it's not gonna work for you.
yeah.
You
Cause you're
have
not
to,
focused
you're not
100%.
focused on plan A. You have to be all in plan A, and there's just no way you're just not gonna succeed. There's just no way.
Yeah, for sure. That's the way I see it too, is you're either all in or all out, right? It's the way I like to compare it is kind of like a relationship, bro. If you think about it, it's kind of like a relationship, man. Either you're all in or you're all the fuck out. Um, so yeah, I mean, I see it honestly. Like I see sales as something that helps you improve in life in general.
But
You
see,
become more confident.
no, you become confident in yourself like crazy. I mean, I wouldn't say I was like scared to talk to people. I was just more like, oh, they're viewing me as like I'm just I wouldn't really express my energy who I am now. But
Kind of
now
like an
that,
introvert, right?
yeah, like yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. That's the word exactly. And now that people see me on social media and the person that I'm becoming, like I have that energy where like I'll talk to anybody. My energy is always high and all that good stuff. But back then, like I wasn't nervous to talk to people. I would always like focus on, damn, what are they thinking about me? Now, door to door sales, going out there knocking doors, getting the door shut, all that good stuff. People slamming the door, cussing at you, all this stuff, that builds you up, bro.
Yeah.
That builds you up to be a dog and anything that you want to do. But you look at it this way: the multi-millionaires, billionaires, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. You know, we can keep on going. What did they do when they first started? They started off in sales. I posted a post today on my story where all these top dogs started off in sales. You know, they train. You know, Mark Cuban used to go door to door selling trash bags. And I was reading a podcast and documentaries of what they did before, and it's true. Like, they were all in sales. Like, sales is that key for you to
Go to
become the
next
person
level.
you want to become.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. You know, I don't see nothing bad with having a 9 to 5, because, you know, I don't want to be like a dick or anything like that, but we need people to fix my vet, you know,
Yep.
clean my car, you know,
Serve your burgers.
serve my burgers,
Yeah.
toilet. I have, you know, no disrespect to you guys, but it's just we need those type of people. But
Yeah, it's with all due respect.
yeah,
But you do have people that want to become better, want to become successful, don't want to be at a 9 to 5 job. And those are the people that need to hear this kind of shit, you know? And it's crazy, bro, because the more that I start doing these podcasts, I'll start realizing that mostly everybody that I've been interviewing,
yeah,
mostly everybody that I've had a podcast with has very similar upcomings and has very similar mindsets. Like the mindset is just like a driven mindset that connects. And I feel like we vibrated at such a different level to where like you start attracting the right people. You start attracting the right people because I do believe heavily in uh you have to become what you want to attract, you know? You have to become what you want to attract. You want to attract good people into your life, you got to become a good person.
people are gonna call you crazy. People are saying, nah, man, you'll do that, you'll make that turn into reality in the other world. Nah, you have to put all that to the side, and you can't give a fuck with what anybody had to say about you. You just have to go out there. That's how I was, because a lot of people thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
And now the people that were telling me crazy that, oh, I wasn't going to do this are in my DMs wanting for a job interview, a job opportunity. It's crazy how life can work. And that's one thing that my mom always taught me is treat the janitor the same way you treat
Yeah.
a CEO. Because he might be a CEO now and she might be a janitor, but the next month, the next week, the CEO could be a janitor, or he come break down, go bankrupt, and then the janitor can be all the way up here.
Yeah.
It's crazy how life works. And there's this motto in Spanish is, la vida es como una ruleta en la feria. One day you're up here and one day you're down here. Like, it's crazy. That's the reason why, like, I have what I have. I'm becoming who I'm becoming. But like, people that meet me, you know, I'm dabbing up everybody. Hey, what's up, bro? I treat everybody with the same respect. Why? Because you never know when you'll break down and when you'll need that other hand for you to come back up.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I treat everybody with the same respect. You know, I don't disrespect nobody, because you just never know. Life works in crazy ways.
Yep.
Life works in crazy ways. And that's what I learn every day, especially in sales. Life works in crazy the most. Because I did this little post on my Instagram when I first started doing door-to-door sales. And I posted it already on my close friends. I'm like, "These are my goals for this year." And on my close friends,
remember.
I have people that I just, like, my close people, you know, that I'm really close with. I posted it on there, and every single goal that was on there, I made happen. It's crazy how how we're talking about the law of attraction, all that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's possible.
Yep.
People, you know, start taking L's, start, you know, not seeing the success they want to see, or that the success they were told they were gonna get, and they just give up.
Yep.
Those people are not meant to be that 1%. Those people are meant to be the 9 to 5ers.
Yep.
The ones that keep going in businesses and doing all this stuff, you know, not giving up. Those are the top guys that you're going to see driving a Rolls Royce, living the way they want to live. And, you know, people are going to hate, but you don't know their backstory. You don't know what it took them to get to where they're at. But they have a backstory. They got there for a reason. It didn't come overnight.
Hell no.
It's
That's for
crazy.
sure.
It's crazy.
That's the thing is a lot of people see the success and they think it was like something easy. And going back to what you said, when you were like that, people were telling you like, oh, you're crazy because of the things you think about and all that stuff.
I got that told, man, the amount of times people would tell me that I could be a millionaire, bro. Everybody that I told that what I wanted to do, that's why I just stayed quiet. Everybody that I told what I was gonna do, nah, you're crazy, bro. Like, nah, I'm all right, bro. It's cool. You know that. Think of me that way. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's me against me.
Yep.
I always have that mentality, and nowadays it's just the tables flipped, and then boom, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I feel the same way, man. Whenever I started, so let's go back to that, right? Have you always been like a hustler, or do you think that?
No, I've always been a hustler.
What about your work ethic? Was your work ethic always on top of the world, or would you say that at a younger age maybe you lack work ethic? Because hustler, I think I've always been a hustler as well, but I
Work
can't say
ethic.
my work
That's a
ethic was
good
always as
question.
strong.
My work ethic, I mean, I wouldn't say I was like the hardest worker, everything, but I wasn't lazy.
Yeah.
I was nowhere near lazy, but I wasn't the hardest worker
Okay.
because there was just so many things going through my mind. Like I said, the brain plays a big factor in a lot of things, and I wasn't right. I wasn't at the right stage mentally back then, but I was still working hard. I was still trying to find a way out and all that stuff. But I wouldn't say I was like the hardest worker back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here, man. I can definitely relate to that. So, just a little bit about me. There was a point where I wanted to, like you said, I would see the buildings. Shit, man, going back to like when I was with the mother of my kids,
Yeah.
we would go to the park, the one on 75.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
We
yeah.
would go right there and we would be just watching the big buildings.
Yeah.
And I would tell her, I'll be
I
like,
used to
one
go
day
there all
we're
the
gonna
time.
live there. Yeah, I was like, one day we're gonna live there. Like one day, like I'm gonna live up there. I'm like, what's your dream? What do you want to do? And there was a Chase building up there that I think they took it down now, the logo.
Oh, I
The
know what
Chase
building.
building
Yeah, I know
right here. You
exactly
can
what
see it
building you're
right
talking
there
about.
too.
Yeah, I know exactly what building you're talking about.
So she was like, my dream is to go up there one time, like to work up there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro. Like now you look at it a couple years later and this is where I live now. But people would think I was crazy, bro. People would think que era presumido,
Nah.
que te crees como que, not
Everybody,
presumido,
yeah.
let me rephrase that. Presumido is a
It's
different
different.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would think that I was crazy because they would think that I would think too highly of myself
yeah.
as what I wanted. Because I'd be like, man, I want to live up there.
I
I want
can't
to do
hang around those
this.
people nowadays, bro. When people be like, nah, you got it, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't surround myself with people with that type of mindset now.
Yep.
That fucks me up. I can't.
Yeah, because it just puts you in a negative like space.
Negative,
And
bro.
now you
Negative.
start doubting yourself a little bit, even though we don't let it defeat us,
Yeah.
but you start thinking like, damn, could he be right? Like, could this
Yeah,
shit be
you just
like not possible?
nah.
So yeah, I eliminated a lot of that, and I definitely had those people that would tell me like, man, I don't think that's possible. That's loco, like shit like that. Man, bro, when I tell you that when I first started reaching a level of success was when I opened up my barbershop,
Yeah.
Millionaire's Loft.
Need to come me up still.
I had a couple friends come by that were good friends of mine from a while back,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Damn, dude, like, if you made this shit possible, like,
Why the fuck can I do it?
yeah." And they started like telling me, they're like, "Man, I'm gonna open up my own business." And
Yeah.
at this time, bro, you got to think about it. At this time, I'm not even living here. Like, I'm not even like with the nice cars.
Yeah.
I think at the time I was driving like a Camaro
Yeah.
SS. So I was
Something.
like,
Yeah, you were.
that was
But
decent.
you were a big baller at that moment.
I was decent.
Yeah.
I was decent. I hadn't even reached the sales industry just yet. So I was for people to start telling me like, damn man, like you're making it possible and you're starting to help me realize that maybe it is possible for me. I started like thinking different. And then when I got into sales, man, bro, my first year, as soon as I started making good money, I got a all black Escalade, always wanted it,
Oh yeah.
copped it. A month later, I got the Porsche, copped it. I got into like a little small wreck. The next day, I went, copped the Range Rover.
Yeah.
Wrapped it the day after that, and it was just like
Boom, 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 boom.
and I was like, damn, man, like it's crazy how life could change. And it also taught me like all this shit people would tell you, because I secluded myself from a lot of people, bro, for like a whole year. Like I secluded myself big time.
Oh,
and
I
it
fell off
wasn't
the
that I didn't
map
have
too.
love
I
for
fell
them.
off the map heavy.
Yeah. It wasn't that I didn't have love for them or any disrespectful way toward them. But it was just like you said, I had to separate myself from people because just being realistic in the Hispanic community, right? In our community, well, everybody wants to sit down on the weekend and
Drink,
get fucked up
It's
and
just
all
not. It's
that.
not bad,
It's
but it
not.
just. I can't.
But if you want to reach a different
That
level of
level.
success, you have to surround yourself with people that are doing it, or you have to change that surrounding. So I eliminated that surrounding, and when I came back to visit my people, I pulled up in a fucking Porsche, and they're like,
What the?
"Damn, bro! Like, what happened?" I was like, "Shit, man! I told
See,
you I was gonna come
that's
back."
who I was when I first started doing solar. I fell off the map.
Yup.
I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't do shit. I would go through my stories. Damn, I really didn't go out. I was just all in. It's fucking crazy. It is crazy. I was all in.
People
Like,
don't realize that 6 months could change your whole fucking life.
there's that post on Instagram. I forgot. Well, there's a lot of posts, but that one right there where 6 months can change your life quick.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't do, cause I don't even like, I don't smoke. Like I don't drink beer. Like I would drink like, tequila, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, like just like that type of liquor, wine and stuff like that, champagne. But all that other stuff I wouldn't do. But now that you brought that up right now, where you like, you left all the
Secluded.
people, you put them to the side, and you just like somewhat fell off the map. When I started, doing shoulder last year, that's exactly what I did, literally. And I was like, this is what the fuck I have to do. And I had no distractions, but vale la pena, bro, vale la pena. It's fucking worth it. I'd rather do that for, 2, 3, 5 years, whatever I'm gonna be in the sales industry, because I don't know how long I'm gonna last here. How you said, I want to have, passive income, invest my money to more assets that's just gonna bring in, money flow, cash flow, cash flow, cash flow.
Yeah.
But
I feel like educating ourselves is very important because I started like, listening to different podcasts too, like Luke Belmar, what's that other
that's
guy, Ghazi, I
oh,
think.
Ghazi, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard a
Um,
little bit of his.
a couple of those people are, man, there's a lot of people that are very smart and
Yeah.
young and talented, and they tell you some crazy stuff that you're like, damn, I didn't know I could invest my money into that, triple it, double it, because everybody starts in sales.
No, yeah. But see, taking it back, how you said, people start touching money, the first year they kill it, and then they just fall off
Yeah,
because they don't know what
a
to do with
lot.
it. They just start splurging it.
Yeah,
I told you I had bought the 23 Nissan Sentra, the daily, with $20 full tank, and it tells, bro, on
hell
solar,
yeah.
you're here, you're there, you're here, you're there, and $20 was like, till this day, still $20. My baby. I ran it up in that car. I didn't tell myself until I had 200K in my bank account, I'm gonna start splurging. And when I mean splurging, like, okay, like going and buying a designer jacket, because I don't wear
Something
jewelry.
nice
I
for
don't
yourself.
something, yeah, something nice for myself because I worked for it.
Yeah.
But when I received my first 11K, 12K, my first month closing, that was big money to me. But I didn't just go out there and splurge it and now I have to go all over again. Now I have to keep going, stacking up the pipeline. My
Yep,
pipeline in sales is crazy, and that's what I try and teach all my guys is you need to have a pipeline. You can't just be steady focused on one deal, two deals. No, you have to go out there and get fucking 10. Because if 1, 2 deals cancel, you still have 8, and
Yep.
you're still up, 50, whatever you're up, 40,
Yep.
50, 60, whatever you're up, but you're up. You could have been up 80K with the 10 deals, but 2 canceled on you, but you still had 8. And now you're gonna go and get more and more and more of that pipeline.
Yep.
And that's just the way I always thought, the pipeline that I had. And that's when I just started like spinning a little bit. Cause now, I mean, I'm nowhere near cocky. I value all types of, human beings. And so when I go out there to the, Neiman Marcus or, to the designer store and I go get a jacket, like it doesn't really hurt my pockets. Like I always tell myself I can't have less than 200K in my bank account because I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like that's the mentality that I have, and it's fucking crazy.
You have to, in order to be able to buy things without looking at the price tag,
That's the
you
one.
have to be able to work without looking at the clock. So that's something big.
It's crazy, man. And that's what all my guys that are joining that are just starting to do sales, like they're all getting dailies. I'm like, because everything that I'm doing, I'm like, look, if I can fucking do it, I have 2 legs, I have 2.
The formula is there.
The formula
You're
is
handing them
there.
the formula.
The formula, I'm giving you the platform, the formula, bro. You just go out there and put the work in. Like
Yep.
my guy Leo Ramirez, shout out to him. I grew up with him playing soccer. He came with me, started doing sales. This is his 2nd month in. His 1st month, I think he got like 4 or 5 deals that I closed from. And then now this month, I needed closers. I was having shitload of appointments. I had like 3 or 4 closers, and I'm like, bro, fuck. I was going in, closing, boom. I just couldn't go everywhere. And, I'm stressing myself out. So he was like, hey, I'm ready. Because one thing that I learned about him is, see, that's I like to read people. Because when I would go to his deals, I'm like, hey, bro, let me just go shadow you. But he wouldn't just go shadow me just to listen. He had his phone out. He would videotape and he would record. And he would add, when I go inside homeowners' house, I'm like, hey, so this guy's out here just training with me today. Is it okay if he records, for quality purposes? Oh, yeah, it's fine. And that gives me a higher role because, like, oh, I'm talking to the top dog. Like, this guy's training this guy. So he would record, and that's how I started off. I would record my guy Caesar, go back, and I still have the videos till this day in my albums for solar. And I'm just like, damn, like, everything that I did is what he's doing. And I never told him, like, to do it. He would go to all and now he's closing and everything that I've taught him, he's already doing it. And he's already at 10 sales for the month. Fucking first month closing, he's never closed. He should be receiving a good 50 plus. It's fucking crazy, bro. How sales can change your life like that if you really put the work in. Like that guy was like, he told me, like, he has the same mindset that I do. And he's just like, man, aquí le tengo que atorar sí o sí. Like, me voy a amarrar acá abajo and I'm going to go all in.
Yeah.
And I noticed that. I was like, oh, like he would pull out his phone and he would just leave it right there. And I seen it was recording. and I saw he had on his tablet, he was recording as well. This guy's serious. These are the dogs that I need to surround myself with, that I can rely on later on. Like, hey, let's go invest in this. Let's start up this business. That's the guy that's gonna, when shit goes wrong, he's the one who's gonna still stay out by my side.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people that'll work with you. Oh, you're making money, you're buddies. But when shit goes left,
they're gone.
They're gone, bro. They're gone.
Yeah, trust me. I learned that harsh lesson in 2023. But going back to what you're saying, bro, and that's a great point you made right there. That's literally why I started a highly exclusive society. So the highly exclusive society is a platform that's going to help people not only build their business, but build their fitness physique, because fitness is a very important thing.
I'm joining, bro.
Yeah. So business is very important. Fitness is very important. But overall, the most powerful fucking thing people don't glorify and undervalue is our mindset. So with this new university that we're creating, our purpose is to basically build people like that. But here's the catch. In the future, right? Maybe like 2-3 years from now, what we want to do is make it into an actual society of people, like you said, that are successful, that we help to build their business, and now we have a community. We have a society.
Now, hey, let's go out here and invest in this and do this.
Yes,
I got
now
that
we
idea.
can put money like that.
I got that idea from watching Shark Tank. Bro, I fucking love that show. I watch that show every
Same here.
fucking day. And what you're creating right now, you can, if it happens in 6 months, a year, or 2 years, but once it happens and it hits, the income is gonna be fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. But people don't want to believe in the process.
Yeah.
People want it to happen too quick. And you're gonna have guys that are gonna fall out. Oh, fuck, it's not working for me. But the guys that do stay, and that's what I tell my guys right now that are working on my team and on my squad. Like, bro, you're hitting, you have the platform, you're seeing it. And they tell them, like, I thought it was gonna be harder than what it was. I'm like, no, bro, I'm giving you the platform. It's already there. Just go out there and put the work.
Yep. And you have to invest into yourself, because think about it like this. I seen you post the other day that you did like a course, and you were like, man, you motherfuckers gotta invest into yourselves. And you were selling left and right. So that's literally what I tell people is, like, you have to invest into yourself.
Bro. If you want to escape that 9 to 5, there's no way. And I mean, there's guys out here that sell courses, but the course that I was selling, it was for solar purposes, like how to start off in sales, how to, the full basics, closing, everything was taught, in that closer training. And everybody that, replied back to me like, bro, like, what the fuck, like this shit. Like, people want to go out to the clubs, spend a band, 2K, pop bottles, splurge money, but don't want to invest in themselves that could possibly change your future.
Yep. And it's crazy because you go to the fucking club. What's the max you spend? Let's say that at a club.
Now, so when I went out with my thing with Adrian, bro, it's like 3K. For me, that's a lot. 3-4K, that's a fucking lot. I was just like, I wake up the next day, I'm like, damn, bro, that's hurting my pocket. And I have I have money, bro, but like, I sit back at that moment, I'm like, damn, 3K, 4K is really nothing. But I wake up the next day like, fuck, why did I do this stupid shit?
Yeah. Shit, for me, it was,
I know it was a lot of money, bro. I know you would go out, shit.
Yeah, bro. For me, I think the most was like 6,000. And that's just
damn
money that we threw, not the tab, not the bottles. And that's because, bro, I came in there with cash. I'm like, okay, I'm only coming in with $1,000. So these $1,000 are for this. No more than this. My card, I'm leaving it off limits. Like, I'm not going to use it. But then the girl came by, and you know how nowadays they ask you for a card on file just in case, like, I guess, like, you dip or something. Yeah. So she's like, can I just get the card on file for something? Yeah, I was like, but I'm going to pay cash. Yeah, but I'm like, I'm going to pay cash. She's like, but we still need a card. I'm like,
or something. That's a card or a license now. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I was like, man, fuck it, just pay card. Man, well, at the time, bro, like, I was drinking too.
Boom.
Hey, bro, you start getting in the zone, and I have $1,000 and nothing but cash. So I'm like, hey, bring me ones. So now I start giving the whole team like $100 in ones. And then I'm like, hey, bring me another 1,000. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, bring me another 1,000, nothing but ones. She's like, what?
That's
okay.
Whew.
Then I'm like, hey, you know what? How much do you have right now? She's like, what do you mean, how much do we have? I'm like, how much do you have in ones? She's like, I don't know, I'm gonna go check. So she goes, she comes back. She's like, I think we have $4,000. So mind you, I already spent $2,000. So she's like, we have $4,000 more. I'm like, bring the $4,000, bro. the rest of the night, basically all the bottle girls were working for us. They
It's
stayed in the
crazy,
section the
bro.
whole
That's what
time.
happened at Victory. I threw like 4K in ones, bro. I was just getting signs because they have that little money sign. And it's like 500. Well, I thought I did because that was my first time. Like, bro, I had a shitload of money. I'm like, fuck, like, I would see people do it. I want to do it, fuck it, for the one time.
Yeah.
So I was at Victory. I was like, you know what I'm saying? You see these ballers and they're just fucking doing it, but I'm like, fuck, yo lo quiero hacer a la verga. I want to do it
Yeah.
too. So I had shit for like 70K a month, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it for the one time. So I went to Victory with my boys. And I thought you had to get $500 to get the, with the sign at Victory. Cause I've never thrown that money, bro. Like, what the fuck no. And so I thought it was it's not. You can get it for like 150 and max like 200, and you can throw 200. But I would get it for
Shit.
500. So I got like 6-7 signs or more. I forgot how many signs I got, and it was 500 each. And I was just throwing them, bro, and I was like, God. I wake up the next fucking day, and I'm just like, damn. But like, why the fuck throw you pendejo? But now, like, you just have to enjoy those moments. I mean, that's what you work for. I mean, it's nothing bad. Money comes and goes, but it's just like, you just have to enjoy life at the same time, because you can have everything. You can be at the top, but the next day you can die.
Yeah.
You just have to know how to balance your lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people don't know how to balance their lifestyle. They touch
Yeah.
10K and fucking buying jewelry, necklaces, this. Bro, you don't see me when I carry this St. Judas, and I used to have La Virgen La Guadalupana right here, but it got somebody tore it. I forgot how. So I have to order a new one, but that's all I wear. You'll never see me with fucking jewelry. Doesn't catch my attention, bro.
Yeah, same. I was for a while when I first started making good money too. I was like, jewelry, watches, the Richard Millys, all that shit. And now, bro, like literally that's basically what I wear. It says what does it say? Doing what it takes, grinding, the hustle. Like just something simple. Or even like, man, bro, like I think one of the least expensive watches I have is like a Michael Kors watch. And that watch, honestly, to me means more than any other fucking watch.
Because that was the first thing you bought when you were like, damn.
Not even.
Oh, was it?
So this watch was given to me when we didn't have shit, bro. It was a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So basically it was like my first watch. And it was Christmas time, and the mother of my kids was like buying Christmas gifts. So we go into the watch store, and she's like, that's your Christmas gift from me to you. I'm like, nah, you're bullshitting. She's like, no, yeah. Because, bro, at the time, it was like maybe like $300. And to me at that time, that was a lot.
When I was getting paid with my dad, $16, $17 an hour, 300.
Yeah, that was a lot, bro.
Going out, I wouldn't go out like that, but like when I would go out, bro, I'm like, damn, a bottle costs like $300.
Yeah.
Like, what the? I'm not paying for that.
Hey, and then at the at the actual like liquor store is only like 30
bucks. I'm like, God damn, bro. I was like, nah, this is fucking
Shout out
crazy.
to the clubs for finessing the
Shout
shit
out
out
to
these
the clubs,
bottles,
bro. Y'all make hey, that's something I want to invest later on. As I don't know when it'll come. Not saying it's gonna happen today, but one day I want to open up a club. It's coming. That's coming soon.
We might just collab on that. I might be down to open up a club with you,
bro. That'll be crazy. That's one thing that I've noticed is you have to market, bro. You have to post this, but you actually have to be living it.
Yeah.
So people can believe it, right?
Yep.
Like people will rent this out, do this, and not believe it. But if you're marketing and you're doing the right stuff, bro, people are gonna follow your trend.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
that's why I said we gotta be trendsetters, not the people like following the trends. We gotta be the ones setting them.
That's how it works in sales. You have to like market. Like, okay, like this guy's doing it. What the fuck is he doing? What do you do, bro? I'm pretty sure your DMs are fucking flooded. My DMs are fucking flooded. I try to get back to everybody, but I can't. Yeah, I try, bro, but it's just a shitload.
It's a new rule that I live by now. When it comes to my cell phones, if I don't get more than one text from you, it's probably not important.
Yeah.
If it's just like a hey, what's up?
No, I
ignore that shit. Yeah, and it's not nothing bad or to ignore people. It's not that I want to ignore them, but like my schedule is so busy and I got shit to do, and I'm so hyper focused on what I want to do that those like small messages that are just kind of like a hey, what's up, are stupid. To me, it's like a waste of fucking time. So it's like now if I don't get a text message or a call from you more than once, then it's probably just some bullshit. It's probably like, what's up, bro? What you got going? Versus like, hey, this is going on. I need this. What are we gonna do about this? Because if it's important, they're gonna look for you more than one time, you know. So that's
I
something
used to
new that
I
I
used
live
to
by.
think 24 hours in a day was a lot, bro. Fuck
It's not
no.
enough now.
24 hours in a day is, bro. Well, you sleep for what, a good 7, 8 hours. You wake up. 24 hours in a day is not crazy, but we all have the same 24 hours. Everybody out here that's a human being has 24 hours in a day. What's gonna make you succeed and be that top percent is what are you doing with those 24 hours?
Yeah, something
When
that goes back to that is I heard somebody say this last time was you got to look at it as every day is a restart day. Whatever the fuck you did yesterday, if you made
I
a
don't give
hundred
a
thousand
fuck. I don't
yesterday,
give a
it
fuck
does
what
not
I did,
matter.
bro. People bring that up to
Yep,
me all the time.
today's a
Like,
new day.
bro, people look up to me like I'm a fucking superstar because I fucking did that in a month. Like, bro, what? Like, I don't give a fuck no more. That
Yep,
already happened. That's the past. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's on social media. It already happened. How the fuck can I hit that again?
yep,
Like, focus on the next thing. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy because people complain. Like, damn, like they look at you like, I stay. You know how you said it's, presumido, this, like, oh, he's this. But bro, like you have the same 24 hours that I do.
yep.
And I saw that on a video off Mayweather, Like, bro, we all have the same 24 hours. We get 7 hours of sleep. What are you doing with it with your time?
I feel
Like,
like the difference is you have standards, so you could come off as presumido, you know,
yeah,
but it's just you set boundaries and you have standards now to where you're not gonna let dumb shit put
shit.
you to the side, you know. Yeah, or put you in the same box or predicament than other people. And it's not to shame other people, it's just that you have a different purpose and a different destination than the next person, you
Yeah,
know?
because nowadays when people hit me up for shows and they want a job opportunity, I'm not saying everybody, but like 7 out of 10 people that hit me up for the job opportunity, they like let me know what they're going through, their background story, and bro, like I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but bro, I don't give a fuck because
Yeah,
when I was down and nobody gave a fuck about me, and I was asking people this, nobody gave a fuck.
yep,
Like, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. I'm gonna give you the platform. I'm gonna explain to you how it works. You just have to go out there and do it.
yep.
Like,
And it don't get simpler than that.
no, it doesn't
You
get
literally
simpler,
getting
bro.
a
It does
fucking
not,
handout.
bro. You're getting a literally like
Yep,
everybody that comes in and like I train. I'm like, bro, they're like, this shit's fucking easy. Well, it wasn't easy for me when I started. Nobody gave a fuck about me. So that's when people come to me like, hey, I have this going on. Like, bro, I feel sorry for you, but like the job opportunity, I'll give it to you, and it's there. Like, there's gonna be no handouts. There's not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna carry you to success for you to get your no. Like, you have to go out there and do the
yeah.
work.
I haven't said this in a podcast yet, but when I first started, doing sales, I went to a neighborhood and my first door, the dude was like, "What the fuck is this? Solar?" I didn't even get to knock the door. I literally was about to knock it, and the dude
Those
comes out.
homeowners.
He was like, "Dude, what the fuck is this? Solar? Oh, get the fuck out!" Blah, blah. I was like, "All right, man. Like, it's not solar, actually, man. I was just trying to see how your day was, man,
Yeah,
because it's a little hot out here. I was seeing if you had extra water." He's like, "I
water.
don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out." I was like, "Oh shit." I tried to play it off. Obviously, it
Bro,
was
I
about
used to
solar.
be scared to fucking knock. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I used to be scared to knock a door, bro. I was a skinny ass dude, long curly hair, and it was not that cold at that time. It was good weather, shorts, polo, had some New Balances, but fuck, bro, I used
Yeah.
to get scared to knock on these doors, bro. Cause I'm telling you, bro, I was in 2 stories out in Little Elm and Frisco. I was just knocking, not giving I mean, I was like, fuck, I didn't want to do it. But the hardest part was getting out the car. Once I was at the car, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
fuck, I
it's
have
over.
to, it's over with.
Yeah. So that day that happened, I continued to knock. I didn't let it stop me. And then I went to the office the next day, and my boy at the time, the one that put me on, my
Yeah.
boy John, I went up to
John
him.
Looney?
Yeah,
That
shout out to
boy
my boy.
John Looney.
So John was in there, and it was him and his girl.
Yeah.
And this is not disrespectful. I never took it disrespectful, but when I went in there, and we laugh about it now. When I went in there, I was like, "Hey, bro, the place you sent me, like they don't want it. They don't want solar." And he's writing some shit in his book, and he stops, puts the pen down, and he looks at me. He's like, "Bro, that's the stupidest shit I heard all day." And I'm like, "Oh shit." And you got to think about it, bro. It's him and his
Yeah.
girl, right? So I could have took it the wrong way and been like, "Fuck, bro, he just put me on blast in front
Yeah.
of
But
his
his girl
chick."
just to, what I'm saying,
Yeah,
just
but I didn't take it that way. I was like, "Damn, this motherfucker literally gave me an opportunity for me to be successful. And what the fuck am I coming over here with? I'm coming to his office telling him it's not working when he sold over like 50 fucking accounts in the same area." So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like today I'm going out and I'm not coming until I close some shit.
Yeah.
And literally, bro, like that was the day I made my first sale. I went out there, knocked. I never set an appointment.
Yeah.
So I've never been a setter.
Yeah.
I went out there and literally like I got the iPad
Yeah. Boom.
and I was like, what is this shit called? Solo? Okay, how do you do this? They're like, oh, okay. Then I started messing with it. Then I'm like, okay, so this is how you do it? Bet. We're like a whole block in. Finally, this nurse opens the door and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm interested. I'm paying pretty high. I'm like, okay, give me like about 15 minutes. I'm going to go check on one of your neighbors because I have an appointment with her too.
Yeah.
After I finish off with her, I'm going to come back over here.
you.
Is that okay? She's like, yeah. And then I
You're
was
just
like,
fucking with the.
yeah,
No,
bro.
already.
I'm trying to figure
Bro,
it out because I'm
sales-
like, oh shit, I'm
Sales
gonna
door
go
to door
back.
sales is too funny, bro.
Yeah, so
door
I
to
come
door
back,
sales is too.
and for sale, man. For sale after that, you're looking at 10, 15, 20 deals, 30 deals getting closed. And, you know, at the time, I wasn't even known at the office. Nobody even knew what my name was, nothing, you
Yeah.
know? Now I'm coming into the office and everybody's like, yo,
What
what's
the
up, bro? Like,
fuck?
everybody
It's
started knowing me. And
crazy,
it's
bro.
like,
Like it's
damn.
fucking crazy. Like that's the reason. Like I see potential when I see somebody. Like I just need 15 minutes of their time, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Like this guy's in a top dog, and I might be wrong. I'm not gonna be right 100%.
Sometimes we're wrong.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we can be wrong, but 9 times, I'd say a good 8 times out of 10 I'll be right.
Yeah.
But when I just see somebody, I just know that hey, they're gonna
You
come
could tell
out
off the top.
You could tell.
Just by having the conversation and the way they carry themselves. But yeah, man, that's great, man. Great conversation. Some fucking gems. You got some jewels, bro. And truth be told, I've told you off camera, and I'm gonna tell you on camera as well. I'm proud of you, bro, because when I see the shit you're doing, I see myself when I started, and for you to be doing it at the age you're doing it, to me, that's fucking like
It's crazy.
That's great. And sometimes we're hard on ourselves where we don't want to like say, damn, man, I've accomplished a lot, because I'm the same way as you. I feel like I haven't accomplished shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
For all the people,
do
it
count
feels
the
like
small wins.
yeah,
Count the small wins, because those small wins start stacking up
and it
and
adds
you
up to
start
the
building
bigger
your
picture.
empire. You're going to build your empire. So, man, continue to do what you're doing. I say one other thing that I would want to ask you is, for people that are just trying to become entrepreneurs in general, or people that are trying to escape the 9-to-5 route, what is one of the best advice you could give them?
The best advice that I would give to a lot of the newcomers that want to leave and escape that 9 to 5 is, believe in yourself. Like I have that motto in Spanish is, si crees en ti ni el cielo será el límite. Like if you believe in yourself, not even the sky is the limit, bro.
That's
You
so
have
right,
to fucking believe in yourself. Like believe in yourself. I can give a fuck if you wanted to be a basketball player, soccer player, NFL, you didn't make it, but you learned from that. Like
Yeah.
you have to suck up all that information from the L's that you took and then go out there and just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and put the work in and stay consistent. Those 3 things can take you far in life, like really far in life. But you have to actually deeply do those 3 things, not just, okay, I'll do it, I'll have success, and then boom, you just go back to square one. Like, no, you just have to keep on going. And for a lot of the new people that, want to escape that 9 to 5 and just want to, fully get their potential out, like, man, take the risk. You have to take the risk. Like, if you're not willing to take that risk, you'll never know. Like, if I would have never taken this risk, if I would have had that mentality where the what if, like, fuck, what if it doesn't work? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, no, you have to take the risk, be all in. You can hit in a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, but once you hit, don't let that foot off the gas. And it's crazy.
I think one of my biggest things now is branding myself, but also, man, I see Elon Musk and I admire that dude a lot, because
People
if you
call
think
him a
about
dick,
it,
but no, I admire that guy a
think
lot.
about that. Think about what he's in. He's in the same industry we're in.
Yeah,
you know,
literally.
and it's
He
crazy
started off in
because
sales.
yeah, it's crazy because like, if you think about it, he's in that industry, and it's like I kind of want to become so influential and so like
Yeah, I'm
in
in
that,
that same
level, for the Hispanic community, because we don't have somebody
They don't believe. They just think that we just have to be in this little small world.
because of our backgrounds, because of our culture.
Construction,
Yeah,
roof, landscape, this.
Yeah.
That's what they believe they have to do. But we need more people that have that same mentality that can, show people like, hey, it's possible, bro. It's not like I'm a fucking superhero. Like,
and
no.
we've been through the same bullshit
it's
you're
the same,
going
it's
through.
literally the same bullshit everybody goes through. Like, we all have a backstory, but what's gonna make you overcome yourself is, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Everybody says they want it bad. Everybody says they want to be the best. Everybody says all this, but who's really gonna actually go out there and put the work in and show actions?
Yeah.
It's that small. It's the small amount of people that can actually back, all that talk that they do.
Absolutely. Well, man, it was great having you, brother. You dropped some fucking jewels on here. It was a great conversation. I think we definitely probably have to do a part 2
No, we need a part
because
two.
this shit is good, and I know a lot of people are gonna look
Gonna
up to you
pop.
and
Yeah.
see this as something that will inspire them because they're at the same age as you, and they want to find a way to be able to escape that and figure themselves out too.
Yeah.
So, man, it was great having you here, guys. Every single person that we have on these podcasts, their information is going to be in the description below in case you guys want to follow them. And I highly suggest you guys follow these people because they're bringing in value. They are people who stay motivated and they're doing exactly what they say they're doing. They're living the way that they say they're living. It's not people that are just talking about it because, yes, we do believe in manifestation, but we don't fucking entertain laziness, okay? Like Lil Wayne said, I stopped, what did he say? I don't pay attention. Attention pays me,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So one thing I could say to close out is I stopped paying attention to a lot of negative shit and I stopped paying attention to a lot of bullshit and started paying attention more to the positive things. And now we're building something greater than just the sales, greater than just a certain industry. Now my next goal is to create businesses on top of businesses for people, not for myself, but to make people better. Create fucking goats. Create people that want to change their fucking life. And I'm sorry to say it, sounds fucked up, but if you're lazy as fuck, don't even reach out to me because it's gonna be a waste of your time and a waste of my fucking time. So don't do it. If you're one of those people that says, I need something that's gonna be stable. This isn't stable. Entrepreneurship is never gonna be fucking stable. So if you're looking for stability, go to McDonald's. They're very stable and they give you a bonus, I think, now if you sign up today or some
Yeah.
bullshit for $100. And it's nothing to be shamed about or nothing. It's just we're looking for people who are highly motivated and really want to give it their all. Even if you go to zero fucking dollars, don't be ashamed. Don't be fucking ashamed because shame is knowing you could do better and not fucking doing it. That be ashamed about. Knowing that you can get better and not fucking doing it. That's what you should be ashamed about. But having nothing and trying to become somebody and become something, that ain't shit to be ashamed about because we all started with nothing. So with that being said, brother, I appreciate you being
Yes,
on this
sir.
motherfucker,
My
man. You
boy.
gave out some good gems and they came out really good, man.
Sheesh.